All right, here we go again. Heading down to the sawmill. I got some small poplar logs. I'm gonna cut them into some framing material, 2x, I think 2x4s. I might just cut them into 2 inches thick and keep the width of the board, and then just rip them to what I need when I get to use them. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I had a small piece of white oak that I'm gonna cut up, make some cutting boards out of, and then I got a big red oak. And I did this because it's getting very warm out and the ground is gonna get soft, and we got a lot of rain coming. So I figured I'd get some logs on the sawmill or down to the sawmill that I can manage, and I'll just roll them up there with the PV. It's definitely too warm for this jacket. It's the beginning of March, and we're lucking out with the weather right now, considering today was supposed to be a rainy day. I had plans to work in the wood shop, building an Adirondack chair. I put that on hold. Saw up these logs. This log is pretty light. It's poplar. Should be able to just roll it and hold it. Alright, what I got on the sawmill today is Tula poplar. I'm going to cut these up into 2x stock. I got a little shed I got to frame, and that's what I'm planning on using this wood for. I'll get it all cut up. I'll sticker it in the carport up there to dry out a little bit, and then use it for building that shed. Just a little shed, short walls. I got a resharpen blade on the sawmill. It's a nice day, the bugs are out. Alright, let's get into it. Should be an easy log to cut up. You watching? Can't believe it's March. Alright, so we got just over 6 feet long, 14 inches around. See what we can get out of this log. 2x. Get the sawmill started up. Alright, it rained last night. I got a little water in my bucket. I'm going to put some water on this and let you look at it. Nice looking stuff. Nice 2x stock. It's 8 inches wide, so if I want to cut a 2x4, cut 2x4s out of it, I'll get 2. Alright, so what I got here is a little winch. I got it welded to a piece of stock that fits right in the log stops in the back. I put this on there, wrap it around the log, and it helps roll the log right up onto the sawmill. Hook this little winch up, bring it down over the top of the log, under the log, back to the sawmill, and it helps roll the log up the 4x4s. This is a light log, but it's real slippery, so I can't use the PV just to get it up there.
Pretty easy. It works with the bigger log too. You just gotta
Make sure nothing's binding up, because those little log stop holders are only so strong, and if it's too heavy, that winch will bend the log stop holders. So I used to have this one in the middle, and you can see I had that thing in there. I was pulling up a big log and it split it. So I just took this bunk, put it towards the end here, and been working with that ever since. You can see how it goes right in there. Works out good. I'm gonna make a cool little bowl out of that hook. I'm gonna save that. I get a pair of sawhorses, stack this stuff up. had that log pile for a few years now. I just had a lot of projects going on. Got the deck done last summer. Sawed up the wood the year before. Stickered it. Finish milled it. Pre-stained it all in the shop during the winter. And then as soon as it was warm enough, I started stripping the deck of the old PT. Redid some of the framing underneath. It didn't need a lot of work. I just reconfigured some spots. All the PT was good. And I got the whole deck done with wood that I sawn up from this, with this lumber sawmill. I gotta do the stairs this spring. I got a lot of projects to do. I gotta saw up the lumber for the stairs. I'm getting to it. I gotta paint the back of the house. And finish some trim inside. That's easy stuff. Inside work, small projects. But I get this stuff all cut up, put in the carport to dry off, and I gotta make a solar kiln so I can dry some of my lumber down to interior specs, so I don't get a lot more movement out of it. Get it nice and dry. I'm gonna rebuild my kitchen cabinets with hickory. So I got some hickory already sawn up for that. That was the first things I did, but I still have some nice hickory logs from the tree that was here that was dead on the bottom. Stumps right over here. It was dead on the bottom and it was kind of wonky. The tree is kind of all over the place, but I got some short, like 8-foot logs out of it. I got one that's like 20 feet long that's nice and straight that I kept long just in case, but I think I'm gonna cut that down. I got a bunch of yellow poplar and red oak that are old in that pile, and it's going to be really cool. I'm getting to those next. I got one on this bunk. It'd be really cool to see what I get out of those. Hopefully they're not too far gone and I get some good lumber out of them, and I'll have tons of wood for future projects that I'm going to be doing in the wood shop. And I'll get away from sawmilling as my main videos for YouTube, and I'll get working in the shop. But I got to get those projects done. So I'm looking at like a year's worth of projects before I start doing any serious woodworking in the shop. But I'm looking forward to it, and this is what it takes to get there. So I'm enjoying the process. That's what it's all about. It's not the end goal, it's the process. Have fun while you're doing it. And I love doing this stuff, especially on days like today. It was supposed to be raining today. It's probably raining, but not here. So I'm grateful for that. Oh, let's get this log all sawn up. That's it. It's a wrap for the 2x today. Look at that. Look at the crazy color in that thing. See what the final tally is on the lumber and out of those little pieces of poplar. Quite a bit. $29 2x8s, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 1x. Oh, 16, 17, 18, yeah, we'll count it. 19 1x. Not too shabby. Bring this over to the carport, get it stickered up. So this is why I don't like driving the tractor around this time of year. It gets a little muddy back here. It's just out and back. And then I can't even get into the end of the carport, so I'm shuffling them through the side. but that's all right. I'm stacking on top of some red oak, but I got them on top of 4x4s. So when I cut more red oak, I'll be able to pick that pile of poplar up and move it back some, so I can just keep all the red oak together. I got all the pine there, red oak on the bottom right there. Do have some hickory down here on the bottom, but most of this is all pine. That's the poplar I cut today with this. And yeah, I'll get to stick it in there, give it a head start on the drying. All right, that's a wrap. Got it all stickered. Avoided all the mud. Looks like I gotta find a new home for my cement mixer, wheelbarrow, and lawnmower, because I'm gonna fill this thing with wood.